Well, someone told me I was a toy hoarder. So I guess that's why you guys are here. I honestly didn't think I had a problem. But people stared at me, like they pitied me for refusing to part with my toys, even the bad ones. I don't even know why I keep the bad ones. I mean, there's nothing wrong with liking toys. Maybe liking them too much, but it hadn't interfered with my life in any way. I was just so used to it, I couldn't see it. I knew I hit rock bottom when I reviewed that damn bird. Armada Laserbeak. I mean, it wasn't even my doing. I mean, I got 2 of them in the mail. I mean, Shumlord sent me one that was the Armada version, and then X2K sent me one that was from the Micron Legend series. I mean, at the time, of course, I was very thankful to them. But now, I can't even remember which one I reviewed. We're starting off in Camcorder Mode, and I know a camcorder doesn't sound like the most exciting alternate mode ever. And it's not. We will gut through it anyway. Now, as camcorders go, this is actually fairly boring. I mean, because of the transformation, the front is rather broken up, but everything else on the sides, yeah, there's not a whole lot of detailing going on. There's some fake detailing that no camcorder would ever have. That's okay, but they really didn't go far enough with it. I mean, if this is supposed to be an alien camcorder, I really could have used some extra features, something, a little extra detailing, just to tell me, yeah, there's things going on. As it is, I'm amazed that we got this little zoom control. This overall just, yeah. I mean, it's the safety orange and blue color scheme, which, because of one mode we'll see later on, it was supposed to be red and black. You know, like Laserbeak. But because of said mode, we won't see it in this color scheme. You'll see why in a moment. Overall, it's just boring. One part that did come out okay is the flip-out screen. It does rotate all the way around. It does work very effectively, and the way they did it, you don't have to worry about that sticker scratching off. However, that sticker is where I draw a grievance. There's nothing on it telling me that this is a camcorder view. There's no guidelines, nothing telling me how much battery is left, what my volume levels are at, nothing. I mean, it just comes across like a grainy cell phone shot, like Laserbeak is painfully low on megapixels. And it just would have been nice to have some kind of guide there, just so I can pretend that this is some actual camcorder. You can even see all the little buttons here on the side, completely unpainted, thanks a lot. Now, this is primarily a gimmick toy, since it is technically part of the roleplay series. And after all, you have a lanyard here, so obviously, you have to pretend like it's a camcorder. We got 2 buttons here on the back. I mean, not this blue one, the 2 gray ones. We'll see the blue one here in a minute. Both of them play 2 sound effects. For instance, camera shutter, and I have no idea. Satellite interference. I don't know. Why these 2 are mapped to the same button completely escapes me. I mean, they don't seem to have anything in common. Let's try the other button. Oh, that's obviously meant for bird mode. Okay, what the... A laser blast. That's for the gun mode that I will show off here in a minute. Why? Why is that? Why is that in there? Why do I have to go from screeching to blasting? And this other one. Okay, I'm taking photos and then what? I'm shooting gamma rays? What was that sound? I mean, if you wanted to take pictures or just pretend that this thing was taking photos of some kind, you'd be completely screwed up. Alright, Fido, sit up. Show me a trick. Sit up, boy. Sit up. Ah, that's beautiful. Alright, do it again. Do it again. Do it again. Honey, I think I just irradiated the dog. Well, I guess I could continue. There's really not much to talk about. I mean, you've got a few painted buttons here, a few silver paint apps here on the top, and speaking of which, why is the microphone molded into the top? I mean, wouldn't it make more sense here in the front? I mean, you know, so it points at whatever you're recording? I don't know, it just seems, I don't know, logical. I know there's some problems with that at Hasbro, but, well, got a molded Autobot symbol here. The sad thing is, at the time, Armada was blotting out the faction symbols. It would have been solid red. This is one of the few early toys that actually got it right. That's rather pathetic. But, you know, there's not a whole lot to it, except, why two lenses? Seriously, I don't remember a camcorder with two lenses here in the front, at least not a modern digital camcorder. What possible purpose does that serve? And now, I'm going to personally show you gun mode. Woo! I mean, this is why it had to be in the safety orange color. I mean, look at that. Look how stubby the handle is. I mean, my hand doesn't even come close to hanging on to it. I have no idea why they thought to make the handle that small. And before you say anything, yeah, this is a toy that's ages 5 and up. It's supposed to be for kids, but I don't even know a kid of 5 or older that could hold on to it. That is a really tiny handle. I mean, honestly, if this was going to be as good as the gun mode was, why not just do away with the handle and color it in the right color scheme? That dark gray, black, and red to make it look like the real Laserbeak. So at least, I mean, if it doesn't have a cool mode, at least it looks cool. And, I mean, let's take a look at this. I mean, there's your button. I mean, it's right there on the front where the trigger is supposed to be. Good luck actually hitting it. Like I said, I mean, I'm holding it with 3 fingers here. Now, unlike the other buttons, you get... Now, that's a pretty good noise. However, only one. The other 2 buttons have 2 noises each. This one, only one. You know, the trigger. The one you use in this mode. And there's another gun sound in here. Why isn't it wired down here? I mean, that would make sense. You know, 2 gun noises out of the trigger. Why do I have to go up here to make one? Especially if I run into the... same overlap problem. Doesn't make any sense. Any sense. And why is it still 2? 2 lenses. I mean, that doesn't even make sense in a gun. Now, to go into bird mode, it's pretty much all auto-morph, except for a few little details. Now we get to the blue button, which snaps the head out into place, and now we point out this little gray wheel under here. Pushing that forward, flips the wings up. Okay, that was actually pretty neat. We'll move the legs down manually, arc the feet out, and while we're at it, we can split the lanyard here to give something of a feathered tail. And that's Laserbeak in bird mode. And that's pretty much all it is. I mean, detail-wise, all you've done is expose the blue wings and a little bit of extra detailing here in the side. Yeah, that's all it does. I mean, once we get to this point, we're done with the toy. I mean, it has the little flip-out trick. You've already heard the noises. And as for posability, well, you've got, well, 1, 2, just a few positions with that neck. And while these do have a good range of motion, there's not a whole lot you can do with them. I mean, that's it. He just stands there, doing nothing. Nothing at all. Think about it. Isn't it frustrating to know that something is capable of some really cool tricks, but once you've seen them all, it just sits there and does nothing? I mean, that would be incredibly boring. No one wants to sit through that. I mean, we wanted to do the tricks all the time, and if it's done with the tricks, we needed to do something else, not just sit there like a lifeless lump. Yeah, I guess I could continue. I mean, the springs work, so okay, I guess you can flap the wings for all the 5 seconds of fun you will get out of that. But after that, I'm hard-pressed to find anything else to talk about here. I mean, it's just really dull when it gets to this mode. I mean, there's no articulation, there's no posability, there's no substance to the toy. It's just, it's the epitome of what was wrong with Armada. It's sacrificing everything important about the toy just so it can do a neat little gimmick. A gimmick that completely consumes the toy. I mean, God, look at this. Nothing in this mode even works. I mean, even that, look, back to this. Look, 2 lenses. Like, even now, it just looks like one of those emoticons where it's really confused, you know, one eye bugging out. And that's pretty much how I feel right now. I mean, even in this mode, this does not make sense. Why 2 lenses? Honestly, why? Why did they make this toy so boring? And that's it. I wish there was more to say. There's not. I mean, that's all it does. That's all I can talk about. I mean, done. It's just like any other Armada figure. I mean, it sacrifices everything that should make it a toy just because they thought of some neat little trick for it to do. And the trick makes everything else completely useless. It's just a big disappointment. And why is it 2? Why? Why 2 lenses? Why? What possible reason are there 2 lenses on any mode? It looks stupid. Why? Tell me why? Why? Now, maybe I am a toy hoarder. But that's who I am. That's my duty. To find a toy like Laserbeak and warn people of its half-assed and over-assed gimmicks and the lack of genuine toy to be had. I use my addiction to bad toys to shield them. That's what makes me the Plastic Addict. I mean, until people learn to stop buying bad toys, I'll stay addicted, so they can stay away. That's my purpose. That's what I am. That's what I'm here for. I mean, seriously, 2 lenses? I mean, like, what does... I mean, look, you guys are the professionals here. Like, there's your camera. I mean, it's only got 1 lens. What's the point of having 2? It's like having a pair of pants with 2 zippers. It's absolutely no sense.